Welcome back. This is chapter 3, Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tisani Dosi. And now I'm going to explain page number 19 to you. So here we go. Things were quite different then. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. So, things were quite different then. That is, some 650 million years back, things were quite different. They were not the same as they are today. So, things were quite different. Human beings, that is, humans hadn't appeared on the scene. There was no trace of human beings on the planet, and the climate was quite warm. It was very warm, very hot, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. And at that time, there were a number of thousands and in thousands and lakhs of varieties, say thousands and lakhs of varieties of plants and trees and animals were there. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived, but around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the land mass was forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe much as we know it today. So, for 500 million years, Gondwana tribe developed. It developed in a big way, so there was proper development, proper growth of Gondwana region or that supercontinent. But around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and mammals started to appear and they started to rule this planet, the landmass was forced to separate. They started to move out. Land masses started to break up from the main continent, from the mainland mass that is Gondwana supercontinent. They started to break up and started to move away from it. And the way we find the earth today, with countries situated at different places, the way they are situated today, this shape had actually, this process had actually started some 150 million years back when dinosaurs were wiped out and the mammals appeared on the scene and they started to rule the earth. To visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history. So today, when we visit Antarctica, it is actually to be part of that history, the history that started some 650 million years back, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. And going there is also a way to discover where we have come from and where we have been moving into the future. So all the mysteries can be say open up, can be revealed going there. It's to understand the significance of cordilleral folds and Precambrian granite shields Going there, if you go there, it's also an opportunity. It also provides you an opportunity to understand the significance of Cordilleran faults and Precambrian granite shells. This also provides this opportunity to understand these things, that is the faults, about the faults and the shields, that is the rocks and the faults and all, that is the system of the plates and all. Ozone and carbon, evolution and extinction. So we have all the opportunities, all the different opportunities are provided there as we reach there. It also gives us an opportunity to study ozone, carbon, evolution and extinction, everything. All the possibilities are there. All the possibilities of study are there. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind-boggling. And when you think all that can happen in a million years' time, that is, in a million years or so, how the thing took a different turn, how things took a different shape. You go there, you understand this, and it's quite mind boggling, it's quite surprising, quite stunning. Imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. Just imagine going there, you can imagine how India started pushing northward direction and then jamming, squeezing against Asia to buckle its crust, then allowing the crust, the plate, Indian plate, to go down, go below the Asian crust, and in that process, the Himalaya rising up. So all these possibilities are there. You go there and you can understand all these things. South America drifting off to join North America, and going there you can also understand how South America drifted off, and it drifted off to join North America. So South Africa moving towards north to join it, and then this opening up the Drake Passage to create a cold circumpolar current, and as the South America moved towards north, this opened up the Drake Passage, and this Drake Passage created this Drake Passage then allowed the cold circumpolar current, that is the current that moves around the pole and then comes through and then pass through this Drake Passage and then again go around the poles. So the current started moving in this way through Drake Passage, keeping Antarctica frigid, desolate, and at the bottom of the world. And in this way, as the air started to move through the Drake Passage and around the poles, it made the poles, that is Antarctica, very cold, and it had frozen. Antarctica made it desolate, that is isolated this, that is since it got the ice cover, so there could be no plants, no vegetation, no animals there, so it became a deserted place, and at the bottom of the world, and it went to the bottom of the world. For a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the Earth's totalized volumes are stored is a chilling prospect. Not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. So the author says here that for South Indian, as the author was herself a South Indian, was from South India, and as is the case for the South Indian, as is the case in South India, people generally worship the sun god. They are the worshippers of sun, and for such people who always worship the sun, for them spending 2 weeks at a place where 90% of the world's total ice mass are stored is a chilling prospect, is a chilling possibility, is a possibility that the person would get chilled, get frozen, say. That is, the place would freeze her. Not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, this possibility is not only bad, chilling, or bad for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. Also for imagination. That is, South Indian in particular cannot imagine staying at such a place, though it is physically also harming. It's physically also very challenging staying there, but at the same time, for imagination, it's quite difficult for South Indian. It's like walking into a giant ping pong ball. It's something like walking into a huge ping pong ball for a South Indian to imagine staying there for 2 weeks. So, devoid of any human markers, no trees, billboards, buildings, and to imagine to stay there for 2 weeks where there are no human markers, like no trees, no billboards, no hoardings, no advertisement boards, and no buildings. It's not a nice thing. That's beyond imagination for South Indians. So this is all for now. Thank you.